Coming up on Zee News, France's sticky fingers, Minnie's ghetto fabulous, Mauritius in oily waters, and Thee Stallion trots on Tory's lane. Everybody has been tweeting about Mali and the recent coup that was led by 25-year-old Colonel Dia that was the catalyst to the end of Keita's reign. Now, it was trending throughout the week with over 250,000 tweets, with Africans all uniting, talking about what's happening in Mali, what the Malian youths are doing, and they're really introspecting what's happening in their governments as well as, in their countries, really. Now, what really struck me about all of this, not really surprising, seeing as how these organizations like to roll, was the fact that how the AU, ECOWAS, the UN, USA, and France now, France has a very dominant and rather enslaved relationship with Francophone Africa. Now, out of 29 Francophone countries in the continent, there are about 14 of them which have an agreement with France on economical and political relations. Okay, now back in 1960, when decolonization was heating up, France granted 14 Francophone countries an agreement that they signed with them that, made it a little tricky. Now, terms and conditions are that they use the CFA franc currency. It took possession, France has taken possession of the foreign currency reserves. It also controls the strategic raw materials of the country. All military equipment must be acquired from France only. It trains the African police and military. And French businesses have had monopoly of key areas, water, electricity, ports, energy, and transport. That sort of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Now, and also France also set a limit on a number of imports from other countries, and it also set a minimum number of exports to France. So hey, it was all a win-win situation for France. And all of this is still in effect today. So what does darling France get out of this? Well, basically France holds about 500 billion euros every year from these 14 African countries in its reserves, and they don't have access to their money just like that, and they even have to pay interest if they reach a limit, and they have to borrow from their own money, which is insane. And they also literally pay tax to France, but they aren't citizens, that benefit from all the tax payments. So they're basically funding the French taxpayer, the French citizens' lifestyle. Look, I'm totally with the Malians demanding to have their foreign reserves back in their countries, them controlling their own currencies, and just being economically free and having the ability to do anything and everything that they want. Eeny, meeny, miny, no, Minnie. Listen, I get what you were trying to do. That was really cute with the whole double entendre, but it fell flat. Anyway, Mrs. Jones took a really cute selfie with some bomb bantu knots, but her caption let her down. It was so bad, guys. Basically, Okel wrote, even if they're ghetto, they are still fabulous. Mwah. This is what most people understood about this, and they went in. They went in on Twitter and they just told her, listen, please don't come here. You've got such a massive following. Don't be saying stuff like this because you're just going to make young girls who look up to you feel bad about their natural hairstyles, and it's perpetuating a stereotype that promotes the notion that natural hair is ugly, it is unruly and undignified. They went in on her, and girl just kept quiet. Now, with the wave of pro-black and black excellence that are in mode right now, a lot of black women, they are now deciding to embrace their natural hair, and they're celebrating the different kinks and coils. What up to all my 4C and 4B girls? And listen, the sales of relaxers have dropped significantly. According to Mintel, sales of relaxers have dropped by 40% globally and 20% in South Africa, as many black women have gone au natural. Okay. 2020 does not want to let go of its theme, shock them all. Hey, and this time it is in Mauritius. Now, Mauritius is known for its beautiful biodiversity, but unfortunately the oil spill that has happened is threatening about 2 of these environmentally protected marine ecosystems and the Blue Bay Marine Reserve. Now, more than 1,000 tons of oil, ouch, leaked from the MV Wakashiwa ship, which was basically leaving China and going to Brazil with all this oil. But unfortunately, the ship got a little too close to the lagoon and it got aground. Now, what's crucial about this oil spill? I mean, there have been bigger spills that have happened globally, but this one is because the Mauritian marine environment is about home to 1,700 species, which include 800 types of fish and 17 kinds of marine mammals, as well as 2 species of turtles. So now the tea is that Captain Sunil Kumar Nadashawa was living his best life on the ship and was helping one of the crew members celebrate. They were having a little party, a get-together inside there. And he did hear the responses that were coming in about him getting a little too close to the lagoon, and he got arrested because this is a crime. This is a massive crime in Mauritius, you know, because he endangered a vessel getting too close. It's maritime law and they do not play around. That is their lifestyle, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen. The owners of the ship, Japanese owners, decided that they're going to be part of this and help and do their best really to just contain the situation. And it's quite tricky because a lot of fish, a lot of species, a lot of endangered sea creatures will be just get extinct. Ever heard of this saying, it's a thin line between love and hate? Hey, from undercover lovers to sworn enemies, Thee Stallion has finally revealed that Tory did it, okay? Now, speaking on an Instagram live, the 25-year-old hot girl, Summer Savage, what girl, she basically revealed what happened, you know, and she claimed that the fellow rapper Tory Lanez shot her in both feet, guys, after an altercation in July. Now, it visibly upset Megan. I mean, hello. Say didn't tell the police because I did not want us to get into any more trouble. I'm assuming she's talking about everything else that's happening with the Black Lives Matter. And then she continued saying, lie one more time and I will quit sparing you. And basically she angrily tweeted this on the same day after accusing Tory and his publicist for twisting all the facts and basically trying to make themselves look like they're innocent. You've been warned, Tory. It sounds like Megan is ready to spill all of the tea. Now let me know in the comment section below how you think that the situation is going to pan out. We are going to make sure here on Z News that we're going to keep you covered. Stay tuned. I am done. Thanks so much. Use those comment section. Let me hear what you think about what's happening in Mali and Minnie's comments on the Bantu notes, as well as the oil spin. Please get back to me. I want to hear from you. I want to have a chit chat. But in the meantime, do take care and I'll see you next week. Ciao.